Hello and welcome back. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, Paint with Gloria. Now let's get started. Today we're painting a waterfall. Let me remove it out of here so the shine from the plastic. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do this. The beautiful waterfall. We're also gonna try to do the deer. There's a big deer and a baby deer, but we're gonna do the big one if we have time. So that. My husband and I are at the Lake Griffin Park here today for the weekend, and we decided we're gonna paint here. So we're sitting on the picnic table, having a good time.
Hello everyone, we're out here in a campsite having a good time painting what we love to do all the time. Carry on.
The sun's gonna be going down shortly, so whatever painting we're gonna do, we're gonna have to do it soon. Okay guys, let's get busy here. So let's put in some black here for the background for the waterfall. We're gonna start here, and I have a 1-inch brush, and because this paint is thick, I'm just gonna put some water, spray some water on it, just so it can get a little smooth. Okay, here we go. There's a big tree here. And we set in the background for the trees. So I always like to start dark. Tapping, wherever you see darkness. The shade of the trees or the shadows. Okay, let's see. It's a lot of trees. The little waterfall is surrounded by trees. There we go. And let's see. There we go. And there's rocks here too. Plenty of rocks. And the rocks are like right all around here. So this one we can scrape it in. We don't have to tap it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pause for a moment because I don't want to paint the table. So give me a second. Okay, I put something underneath because I don't want to paint this picnic table. It's not mine, so I want to make sure I take care of the stuff that belongs to this park so others can enjoy it. Okay, here we go. Again, I'm scrubbing this in. I was going to paint it a little bigger than this. I was going to do a 12 by 16, but then at the last minute I decided to do 8 by 10. You can say I'm used to painting 8 by 10 for videos for that purpose. Okay, there's some more black here. Tap. It's a lot of dark. A lot of darkness. It's a big rock right here. I think this is a man-made waterfall, but I'm not sure, but I think it is. This is, isn't this Rainbow Springs right here that I'm painting, babe?
Let me see. Yes, it was.
Okay. Yep, it was just confirmed this was Rainbow Springs. We love that park. It's beautiful. The
In
waterfalls.
Florida.
Yes, of course, in Florida. Thank you for that. Let's see. There's a tree right here. I think I'm gonna skip that one. You don't always have to pin every single tree you see on your picture. And sometimes when you leave something out, it makes it interesting. So you know what you're doing, so just use your judgment. I want to go a little higher, right here, where the waterfall starts. That's the big rock right here. Let me darken this too. No white there. Okay, I say we're ready to put on some greens. But I'm debating if we should put in the blue skies. Let's see, blue skies. Let's put a tap of blue skies in there. So let me go ahead and clean my brush. Okay, let's get some white. Move that to the side. White and a tap of blue. More white than anything. Bring it more lighter, lighter. There you go. Let's do that. And also I'm going to spray it because I want it thin. Here we go. Let's put in that sky. I should have done the sky first, but sometimes we forget. So it's never too late to add it in. Tap, tap, tap. And you're wondering how I'm going to go around these trees, but you'll see. You'll see. Let's remove that loose fiber from the brush. We don't want that in our painting. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to get close. Here we go. You see that? Just get close to the trees. There you go. And if you go into the black, that's okay, because remember, you're going to put green in there anyway, so no biggie. Grab some more. Some here too. See, picks up some of that black. It makes it for an interesting painting. I like that. I like these little effects. Accidental, but beautiful. There you go. Okay, so far so good. Now let's put on some of those yellows, the highlights on some of those trees. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean my brush and dry it. Let's put some of those yellows in there. And again, I'm gonna spray it because the acrylics I'm using today are very thick. So gotta dilute them a little bit. Okay, we're gonna start here. And we're gonna bounce over here. Pick up some more. Tap, tap. Here we go. Some of that is right here. Some of it goes over here. And some over here as well. Let's see, there's a little bit here. Not as much, but there's still some in there. Okay. Beautiful. Keeping it straight so we don't lose. Okay, now I'm gonna pick up a little bit of yellow ochre just to give it a different color in that green, because I don't want my greens to all look alike. So you see how I get different greens? Then we'll come back and take it from there and just keep adding. So like a little flat land right here, as well as here. Just a little. Okay, let's see here. Pick up a little bit of yellow, more yellow than anything. And let's see, put it here. Okay. It's beautiful to be surrounded by nature. This is our first time painting in a state park. My husband and I, we have painted plein air before plenty of times, but this is our very first time painting in the park. There you go, beautiful. Okay, now I think we're ready for some rocks. What do you say? Let's see, we're gonna do black and white for rocks. So let me bring some of that black over here. Mix it with a little bit of blue in there as well. Okay, I'm gonna start by let's see, the big rock is here, the waterfall's coming down here, there's few little rocks here and there. So let's see, can't see all the rocks because they're being covered by the greenery, but let's see, we're gonna do the best we can here. This park is alive today, being that it's Thanksgiving weekend. Okay, those are just some rocks here. There's a little bit, another rock here. And rocks here that you can't see except for the gray. You can only see the gray here. Pick up some more here. And grays here. Pick up some more. Let's see here, some darker dark rocks right here. So let's pick up a little bit of blue. Beautiful. Big rock here. There's a rock here. This one is really dark. There's another rock. Let's see. Here's one rock and here's another rock. Okay, that's cool. Let's see, here's another rock, a smaller rock here. And here's another one. When you visit Rainbow Springs here in Florida, you'll see one of the waterfalls. I think this one is in the main entrance on the left side as you go into the park. We haven't camped here yet, but we plan to in the near future. There's just so many beautiful parks here in Florida, and we're going to try to visit them all before we head out of the state of Florida. There's just too much to see here. There we go. I'm just kind of darken this one. There you go. Just go ahead and continue filling in as many rocks as you can. Picking up the black and the white that makes gray and adding a tap of blue as well. Here's another one. Here's another one. Now, to separate them, you might want to add a little bit of highlights just to separate. There you go. Let's see. Dark here. There's another one. Okay. Somebody decided to vacuum. Okay, let's see. The dark one here. Let me pick up a little bit of dark. There you go. Go here, go. Let's see, straight. Let's see. Here is a light one here. So let me pick up more gray. There's some here. And those little ones here, little rocks. Okay, pick up a little bit. Pick up a little bit of white to separate the rocks. Now there's a lot of them in the front that looks like they're blue, but they're not blue, it's just the shadows. So we're just gonna put them in there anyway. Okay. Okay, this one, let's see, right here. Okay, let's see, more here. There you go. Beautiful. Here's another one. This one's a little darker. Okay. Here we go. Beautiful rocks. As I paint this waterfall, my husband is painting on how to paint a dog. He also has his channel, Paint with Luis, Luis, in YouTube. He's got his own channel, so you might want to check him out. He has painted some beautiful stuff that you can follow along and paint with him. And in case you didn't know, I have a second channel, Kids Paint with Gloria. Kids spelled Kidz. Here we go. And check up our websites. We're on Facebook. You'll have fun and you enjoy our videos as well as our paintings. Okay, a little bit here. Okay, let's see. Some more rocks here, but it's got a shadow of blue. So let me put that in here. There you go. Just follow what you see. Just follow what your eyes are looking at. It doesn't have to be exact, but as long as you come close. Okay, here we go. Beautiful. I love it. I hope you enjoy painting as much as I do. There we go. Now I see some little, let's see, it could be little trees or stems or roots or trunks, something. And they're right about here. A little bit more white than anything else. So let's go back. There you go. See? There's some here. And it's got a little bit of, there you go. Something like that. Now let's go back to some rocks. Right in here. And also I see some tall grass. We're going to put that in as well. Okay, now I think I'm done with this for now. So let's go ahead and add those tall grass that I see in there. And they're mostly yellow. I guess the sun is hitting there very hard. So let's see, they're right about here. Just put in a few. You don't have to put in many. Just a few, just to know they're there. See? See what I'm doing? So coming out of that. There you go. Beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing here. And the reason I did it on this side, even though I don't see it in the picture, is because I want to balance my painting with the same colors on both sides. Okay, that's good enough. Now, I'm ready for the big rock. Clean my brush, and we're going to do the big rock. The big rock is going to have a little bit of blue, some grays in it. Let's see, this rock is huge. Huge rock. And it's round too. Nice. Surprised myself. Beautiful. Just never know how things are gonna look until you actually put the paint on the canvas. I also see quite a few bushes here. Let me show you. You see this here? Let's put those little bushes in. They look like yellow flowers. So let's put those in. Just pick up yellow and mix it in with a little bit, a tap of white, just a tap, just to brighten up that yellow. Okay, here we go. And they start about here. Little bushes. See? Tap, tap. Like a road of yellow flowers. There you go. Okay, pick up a little bit more yellow back here. And let's see. I'm just gonna go ahead and tap just some here, like I mentioned before, just to kind of balance my painting. There you go. Okay, now that that's done, I'm gonna clean my brush. Okay, let's see. What are we doing next? How about the water? Okay, so let's add the waterfall. Make sure you picked up your fan brush, a small fan brush. See? And we're gonna fill it in. Fill it in. And we're gonna start right about here. And we're gonna start here, and we're gonna make it going all the way down to about here. Okay, so what I want you to do is, once you set the brush down, you continue once you get to the bottom, even if your brush runs out of paint, because you don't want to stop in the middle, because if you stop in the middle and then you pick up, you're going to see the line dividing the water, and you don't want that. So let's pick up, load it up, and we're gonna start. Now this is always a little nerve-wracking, but we can do it, guys, okay? Let's go. Put it in. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, and stop. You saw that? And you see all these beautiful breakthroughs? You want to keep them. You don't want to make them all solid. Some of them will become solid once we go over some of it, but you don't want it to become solid if you can help it. So let's see. Now, some of it come on this side, some of them went on that side, so we'll see. Bring it up. Start again from the top. Come up. Like that. Now here, we get the same thing. Just a little bit comes from here, and it stops there. Now, there's a lot of splashing going on here because this is where the water stops. So just kind of tap, 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 tap. And that's when you can create all those splashings. There you go. Okay, pick up some more white if you have to. And then you're going to smooth it out right here. Smooth it out right here. And you're gonna splash here. Splash, splash. Beautiful. Now, they have another little waterfall coming from here, going like this. Saw that? And it goes over. Like that. This one comes out on this side. See, it must have hit some of those rocks here and it got divided. So we're gonna do this. And this one came over a little bit. And also I see some water coming out from here. I have no idea how it got there, but it must be trickling down from here in between these rocks, but I can see it. Like that. Don't be afraid. There you go. See that? Let me bring it close. See? And this is almost flat on top because it's coming from underneath that rock. Beautiful. One more time. Beautiful. Okay, how's that? You like that? I do too. Okay, so I think I'm done with this. I don't see any more water. Actually, you know what? There's a little bit of water coming in between these rocks. Not much, just a little. And let's see, some here. Just a little bit. And okay, let me show you something. You see how water is coming from here and it's split here and it's coming from here as well? Well, we're gonna keep it simple. We're not gonna do this one. We're not gonna do these little trickles that are coming from here. So that tells you that when you're painting from a picture that you have taken, you don't have to paint exactly everything that you see. You stop when you're happy. And since I'm happy with this, I'm not going to add no more water to it. It was fun. Now to enjoy our camper. You see that right there? That will make a beautiful painting. And right there, let me show you. Let me zoom in. That's a path. Beautiful path. It's like a trail. And that cut up tree. These just those beautiful things that unless you stop and breathe it all in, you won't notice. But all this is just beautiful colors, beautiful greeneries. If you stop and you look, you can see a painting almost anywhere. Look at this. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. And if you get closer, see, you can take a picture and you can have that one right there in the foreground and everything else is in the back. Beautiful. Beautiful. Hope you enjoy that. It was different, but it's all beautiful. We really enjoyed it. Bye now.